Okay, what is going on, guys? Thanks a lot for watching this developer log. This is I'm like 2 behind just now because actually what happened, I didn't upload the last one. In short, quite a lot happened in the past 24 hours and I could have just made another one in about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to go over everything again real quick. So we have a pause button. We've got a beautiful textured background. We have a multiplier now, so every enemy that spawns adds a little bit to multiplier. So more enemies on the map, the quicker your time goes up, but also means when you lose your health, the time goes down really quick. We've also thinned out this little joystick controller in the corner. I'm also going to mute the audio in this just to allow me to actually hear. Well, you guys can hear. What? Well, there we go. So yes, we can see the multiplier goes up real quick just there. The game's looking so sleek. Now when the player gets attacked, their health goes down obviously, but also they start flickering to white to just emphasize that they're actually losing health. Enemy voids now who contain ammunition are grey, so you have a target to aim for when you're going around the map. The game is completely bug free at this stage. I've tested the living crap out of it. There is no bugs at all. It's very, very polished and ready for release for version 2. I'm very excited about this. We've got a tutorial to make and then we're ready to go. I've got a MacBook Pro over the corner here. I'm just looking at it just now. I've been running it on a few emulators, building it on Xcode, and everything seems to run perfect. I just need to get myself a developer license. I'm in talks just now with a couple of people to see if we can get this game released to the mass market. I don't really feel like going back to university, if I'm perfectly honest. I kind of want to just develop games and live in a van and not worry about financial issues and just explore and travel and make games, good content. And that brings me on to the next main thing. So the game has had to be rebranded to the Xoid. This is because the Edge has some issues with copyright infringement potentially down the line, trademark licensing with Moby Games. They've tried to attack EA. There is a cube isometric game online just now, not by Moby Games, but I called the Edge, or Edge contains the letters EDGE. So it's kind of annoying, they're very finicky about it, but sadly I've had to rename it. I'm quite a fan of this new name. Xoid Survival is the name of the game, and because Xoid is being attacked. Xoid could mean the area, it could be the player, Voids is the name of the Void, so it's kind of just a generic name for the game now, which is quite good. So it's Xoid spelt with an X. It looks quite nice, quite sleek, quite sharp. It says really quick, Xoid, nice and short. And we've also got the SlideDB page, which has been updated for this along with my website, so it's now known as the Xoid Isometric Survival. The game will probably be called Xoid Survival, so it's like Void Survival, but you're in the Xoid, which could be void because you fall off the edge and you're into the void. We're still doing great on this website. We're ranked 2 out of 20,000. I've had some fantastic feedback recently, and I am very excited to release the game. This is a super short developer log because I've had to do this a few times, and we've got some clips here I'm just going to throw in at the end that just shows you some background development in audio and some thought processes developing other assets. I don't really recall what they were. So thanks a lot for watching the video. Be sure to follow my Twitter if you want to keep up to date with this developer stuff. Subscribe to the channel because there's going to be so much exciting stuff coming. I can't wait. A lot of virtual reality stuff. I'm going to upload some of my GoPro videos soon, because if you go on my Instagram at Corey J Green, you can see I'm quite active and adventurous in all my travels and stuff. I'm currently in London, and I think you guys could get a kick out of it. So thanks a lot for watching the video again, guys, and I'll speak to you in the next one. People love the game. I'm currently figuring out a marketing strategy, and I'm going to make a very condensed video that's going to be containing the marketing side of things, as I think that's a really important aspect of game development. 50% is programming, making the game, the other 50% is getting it out there and getting people to play it. This will contain a little bit of graphics and stuff, just to give you an idea on the type of things that you should be looking out for when you're developing it. And other than that, I think I'll be spreading it throughout my videos. So here I'm just basically going to show you my little workflow, my pipeline for just editing simple audio snippets, because this happens quite frequently. So currently it's looking at about 0.2 of a second, which is too much. So I've just simply reduced the fade out there, so it's much more sharper. So this is one of the laser sounds. Oh, sorry. Okay, So that's good. It fades out, but it's quick, and it's not going to overlap with another laser sound, as they shouldn't really fire. 0.2 is good. Actually, to be honest, between 0.2 and 0.25 is what I'm after. So simply we just export this into an MP3. I'm just exporting it from a current folder that I have into just a new one here, C4, and we'll save that. Looks like we've already done it, but I'm just going to replace it. And then as simple as start a new one. And we copy our other audio asset into it. So now we're into Edge Assets, we're into shared folder with my composer. So we just did C4, didn't we? Yep. And now we're just going to go do D4, because basically currently they're in the game, they're great, but there's just not instant enough. See this? There's a delay here. Now that delay will always increase, because if I zoomed in right here, you would see that there would be another delay there. This one's at 0.23. We're looking pretty good, but I can see at the end here we've got some unnecessary audio fade off there. So that works just as well. So we'll export D4. I've actually already exported all these, so I shouldn't really have to do it again, but I'm just going through it just as a last touch up. Being a bit of a perfectionist here, because then I can like take the laser sounds off from my little list I've got here. So and now if just for example, like A4 has already been done, but if I drag it in here, you can see a delay of 0.5. Now that'll be that's 0.05. So that's absolutely tiny, and if I delete that, it'll get smaller and smaller. But there's no need for that. 0.05 is no effect at all. That's to be honest, the memory in the game engine itself will probably take longer to actually play that little audio snippet. Oops, I'm on Bandicam, so let's stretch. No, I like I can't. Okay, you're not going to see that for a sec. There we go, because Bandicam kind of covers the borders. But Bandicam's my favorite recording software. I've been using it for years, and I don't want to switch because it is why reinvent the wheel. So we're done D4. We'll just go to E4, F4, and G4 real quick. So simple, highlight that, delete. We're really quick here. So this is yeah, that one's definitely not needing any element done to it. So it's going to automatically throw us in here. We're going to export it. Job done. File new. So it's little things like this can get a bit repetitive, but it's nice. Like this is the therapeutic time. Like a lot of the ideas I generate for the game comes in between time like this, so this doesn't need fading off. Like if I just show you an example real quick, if I just go up to effect and fade out, you can see it will flatten the height of the amplitude of it, but we don't actually need that to happen. So I like the way that sounds. So usually highlight it all, file, export, selected audio, and F4. Okay, let me go new. We got one more. Just don't need to resave that. And go G4. G4 looks quite long. We're at 0.26 here. So what we're going to do is usually, actually, yeah, let's do it the right way. So we're just going to fade out to about 0.3, just to make sure it's not going to be too sharp, and then we're just going to. Well, I pretty much just deleted that, but I just want to fade this out a little, and just trim, because that looks like we've got a couple of bits here and there. Let's just listen. Perfect. So let's select all the audio, and we'll go File, Export Selected Audio, G4, and save it. And now I'm just going to show you it in the actual game. So we've got all of these in the new folder. So I'm going to call this V2, which is, I got an update called version 2. Version 2, excuse me, we're at version 1 just now. Version 2's got a lot coming out. It's basically polishing the game. It'll be very subtle, the changes. There will be no bugs in the game. There's one bug I managed to find. Nobody else has reported on it, but managed to find it, and it's when you smash the health button when you're dying. You'll actually revive yourself, and you turn into an enemy boy. The time goes down, and you kind of the game will end there. You can't actually revive yourself from it. So what we'll do is we'll load up Uni, and I'm going to copy all these audio assets. Go into GitHub, because remember version control is super important, and we're just going to basically paste it into our little audio folder here, laser sounds, and we're just going to remove these. And if we paste them before the game actually loads, it will just seamlessly. That'll be it, because all of the names haven't changed. Everything should still be the same. So that's a super quick audio laser change, and I'm looking forward to bringing a lot more videos. The devlogs don't necessarily get a lot of views currently, as they stand. They don't, but the quality is going to improve significantly when I start developing for the Vive. And I'm back at home. I'm currently in London for the summer, working for Expedia and working closely with Google, which is quite exciting. I'm always skeptical about talking about stuff and talking about work that isn't mine, so I'm just not going to talk about it. It's not that interesting. But okay, so if I load up to, what is this? Options menu up. I am intrigued. Apologies about that. Options menu. Okay, that's fine. I know where we are. So if I go into 2D, I would understand what that means. Yeah, options menu up. Just so you can see. I actually use animation for this. I don't use swipe or anything. If you tend to swipe, you know, I could get it to swipe. It would probably be more convenient for the player, because I've seen kids play it and that's what they do. They swipe. But I don't know why. I just love that transition. Like, it just feels smooth. Like, if I click credits, things will slide up. The top will fade. Actually, that's a point that wasn't in the previous version. So version 2, we can see it fades. So it's just, I'm basically just trimming it up. So we click start. See, the background's got a little bit of a drop now. That's sharper, more satisfying. Much more satisfying. Okay, that's actually one thing I'm going to remove just now. I actually found a bug. Not a bug. I put it in the game and I haven't developed it for a while. So then I played it on the tube the other day and I was like, what's going on? Basically, what's happening is when the game doesn't end. So we're just going to hop in and have a quick look here. This is disgusting. This is just absolutely disgusting. But actually, yeah, I remember, I don't actually like showing my code in the video. So I'm just going to cut it short here. Basically, that you could see there, that was the audio, the laser sound. So just little bug fixes like that. If you ever need any ideas or inspiration, it's always good to discuss with the developers. My dissertation, I was just like, I have ideas in my head, and 99% of the time I'm pretty sure I'm doing it the right way. Some people like to actually write a script for that, like, animation there that slides up and down, but the animation is absolutely tiny, and it takes like next to no time to create. If I was to script it, I have to make sure everything's correct and there isn't any other interfering variables with it, and the animation, I know I can just play and pause and stop when I need and stuff, so it's a bit more flexible for me. And I'm just going to cut it off here. I'm sure I'll add other clips to this. It won't be like one single consecutive video because there's not much going on. But until next time, if